Okay, first on our agenda is the recognition of our PV Elementary School Student Science Fair projects and their high school student mentors. I have to say before they start, I have never been as impressed by student work as I was by the projects that you guys presented tonight. They were excellent. You used the scientific method. You started with a hypothesis. You explained your thinking. You answered questions, introduced yourself. The whole thing was excellent done. And the fourth grade should be proud. All right.
And their advisors.
And their advisors.
Yeah.
Great great topics, all of them.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, guys. First of all, I apologize. I know I didn't get to everyone's presentation, so I'll have Ms. Ross schedule private showings for any of the ones that I missed, so I'm sure we can make that happen. I know. He was very upset with me. All of a sudden, I turned around, everyone was gone. I'm like, where are they going? The meeting's starting. But I do have to say, this is actually one of my favorite events we do the entire year. And just knowing how much work goes into these projects, all of the students who start their projects, and especially those that are moving forward to a regional competition, I know you guys have continued to refine everything that you're doing and speak so eloquently about your presentation. Some of you, without even looking at the poster, were able to explain exactly what it was that was going on. I know we're often looking for high school physics teachers, so some of you I've already offered the job to. I know more about nuclear physics than most high school seniors as a fourth grader. So again, congratulations to all of you. It's wonderful to see all your families here and have everyone have the opportunity to see your hard work, which I know is only made possible thanks to your advisors. So I want to invite up Ms. Bross and Ms. Bruno. And we'll also have the opportunity to invite up some of your high school mentors who helped you guys throughout this process as well, because we want to recognize them, although I don't know how many of them are here right now, but we'll say their names anyway. So you guys want to say the names, or do you want me to? Okay. All right, you're going to hand them out?
Dr. Love?
Yes.
You're going to say each of the students' names?
Yes.
If they could just tell us the title of their project also, because I think people would be amazed at the variety and the focus of their work.
Sounds
Please,
good.
thank you.
That means you guys got to talk too. I'll take the mic down to make it easier for you. All right, so in no particular order, our first presentation was James Delfico and Elena Fernandez. You guys want to tell them a little bit about what your project was about? Come over. Mr. Delfico is always
So our project was about the aerodynamics of rockets. We shot 3 rockets and we modified the rockets. So we had drag that we shaved the top of the rocket so the air could come around and they could go farther. And our control rocket, we had Elena's dad jump on it so the weight so the weight could go on the pusher so the rocket could go farther. And our last one is our weight. We put metal washers on the bottom to see if the rocket could go farther or less. And we found out that the drag was the farthest and the weight was the least.
Great job.
You guys can stay up here because we're going to take a picture of everyone. All right, so our next group was Sophia Wolf and Alessia Russo. Who wants to talk?
Our project was about what type of dance burns the most calories. We did 5 styles of dance: hip hop, tumbling, lyrical, jazz, and ballet. We did ballet, but ballet, we didn't have enough participants for ballet, so we took out ballet, and hip hop burnt the most calories. But when we did do ballet, ballet burnt the most calories.
Thank you. I was very surprised that ballet burned the most calories, but I'm also not an avid ballet person, so. All right, our next group is Jaylene Vele and Brianna Giorgio.
So for my project, I was mummifying 3 fish. The species was red snapper, and the condiment we were using was salt, sugar, and baking soda. We used 3 containers, 3 fishes, and salt, sugar, baking soda. We did it for 8 weeks, and the best one that worked was baking soda because it dried out the fish the most.
And and we'd like to thank their parents for letting them use the basement for the fish experiment.
And that fish goes home with. It's not a permanent fixture in the school district. Please. All right, our next team is Emily Rund and Valentina Mathias.
So we did our science project on pufferfish, and we wanted to figure out how they puffed up, and we figured out that they suck in water to tell how they puff up.
Thank you.
Thank you. I learned that some pufferfish don't puff, and dolphins like pufferfish to eat them. All right, our next is Amir Rafi.
So I did a project on making my chick hover, but at first I was gonna do my cat, but then my dad was like, "What do you think? Are you a moron? That thing's gonna take like 1,000 balloons." Yep.
That was on
So
the
then-
poster.
Since my baby chicks were lighter, I used that instead of a cat. And I knew this was gonna be a comedy show.
His chicks are now in therapy.
I was gonna say, I'm sure your parents appreciate the fact this is being live streamed to the whole world.
Make sure they sign that waiver.
Our next team, Michael Dinolfo and Austin Flick. Whose presentation I didn't get to, so they're gonna have to do it again another time.
So our presentation was about the science of pitching and how the different grips affected a baseball's performance. So we found out that the 4-seam fastball, one of the most common grips, was the fastest with the least amount of movement. The 2-seam fastball was less fast and had the most movement, and the changeup was the slowest and had less movement. And then, so yeah.
You don't want to be the
Future
baseball
pitching-
team that goes up against them now.
As a
They
future
got it
pitching
figured out.
coaches for the New York Yankees. All right, our next presentation was Francis Rush. Would you like to sing something from the Jungle Book while you're here?
So my project was the double cone incline. It's in some rails on an incline, and it's something that rolls uphill in gravity. And I wanted to see how far it would go, and so yeah.
Thank you, sir. I have a feeling our next two presenters know each other. Reese Tosado and Evan Tosado.
Our project was about animation, and we did 2
two types of animation, hand-drawn and stop motion. We actually had two questions about how the amount of frames per second would affect the smoothness of the animation, and how many frames in the animation would affect the smoothness of the animation. Well, we found out that the smoothness of the animation actually varies between different ones, but mostly 30 frames per second is the smoothest for that one, and 30 frames in total would be the smoothest too.
Preston. Yusuf Bayunis.
My project is called Salt Wars, and it's about salt crystals. So, my biggest salt crystals were made from magnesium sulfate, which had what I called like the ideal crystals. So, for halite or pink Himalayan rock salt, well, even though they make those big crystals in the mountains, somehow it made like little crystals on the side.
Next is Jacob McGann. As a former physics teacher, Jacob taught me a few things this evening, which was pretty impressive.
So my project was on nuclear fission, and I demonstrated that by putting mouse traps in a bin, and they all had ping pong balls on them, and the mouse traps were set. So I dropped a ping pong ball onto the mouse traps, and then that caused all of the mouse traps to start going crazy.
Next is Autumn Eltreche.
So my project was about how will salt change the freezing point of ice cream. So I made two different batches of ice cream, one with salt and ice and one without salt and ice, and I timed how long it took to freeze. So the one with ice and salt was faster. It took around 10 minutes, and the one without salt took around 20 minutes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Next is Evelyn Jackson.
My project is called Plant Power, and it's about which type of plant or vegetable makes the best writing ink, makes the best ink to write on seed paper.
Thank you. And Kelsey Fennell. Who I found out works with my sister-in-law in Gymnastics City.
So my project was on which gymnastics event increases your heart rate the most. I did vault, bars, beam, and floor, and I did each event 2 times, and floor increased your heart rate the most.
Thank you. So anyone who's looking to take up gymnastics, floor exercise burns the most calories, if you're interested, or greatest heart rate. So I do want to thank our high school mentors. I think maybe some are here, so if you are here, please come up and be recognized. Asya Bayunis. How's this? Thank you. So Isabella Cui. Adeline Lysengang. Tina Nadru. Juliette Rugnieri. McKinley Scherf. Richard Steiner. And Julia Toth. So thank you all. Would you like to?
Just to say we're super proud of all of your kids. They do an amazing job. They're here for a reason. It's always about the journey for us, and they put in the time and the effort, and we're really proud of you, and you should be really proud of yourself, okay? You're going to rock Tri-County. No worries.
All right, you guys want to come up here and take a picture so your parents can all take a picture? You'll line up in the front.
That's good, that's good.
Fantastic.
Stop there, huh?
Are we standing up?
Squish, squish, squish. Everyone squish. Squish. Turn your awards around.
I'll go behind you.
There you go.
Just find your card and look at that.
Wait, one more.